Family, once again, I welcome you to Sika Imperov on YouTube, Sika Imperov on TikTok, Sika Imperov on Facebook, and Sika Imperov on Instagram. It is always a pleasure having you around. Thank you, and God bless you for sticking to this platform. And to you, the new person watching me out there, thank you for chancing on this video. Please, don't forget to hit on the subscription button to become a family member of this wonderful platform. And please, if you find this content to be very educative, don't forget to also hit on the like button. Doing so triggers the YouTube algorithm in promoting this particular video further to enable larger audience to watch. Most importantly also, share this video to enable it to move from this YouTube platform to go to other social media platforms to reach the targeted audience. And in the same way, you can freely also recommend this channel to your friends, colleagues, and family. Thank you, and may God bless you that you are going to do that. So, I'm a proud Ghanaian, I'm a proud African. My ultimate interest is to see Ghana and Africa developing as compared to the American land that I'm finding myself on right now. I'm a Ghanaian, I'm an alien on the land of America. So no wonder when you come to a place like America, the immigration laws describe we the foreigners as resident aliens. So sometimes it's either you are illegal residency alien or you are legal residency alien. That is a too technical word. The American immigration law describes people like us. And that is in the situation that you are having your documents to live in the country lawfully, or you are not having your documents yet to be living in the country lawfully. You see, if you put this question to me as rhetorical, comparing Ghana to America, comparing Ghana to Africa, which one would I want to see developing very quickly and in a better pace? I'm going to raise up my hand to say Ghana, to say Africa, because it is my priority to see Ghana and Africa developing as compared to America developing at the expense of Ghana and Africa. Because mind you, I'm a proud African, I'm a proud Ghanaian. I love my country and I love the continent of Africa. But some of us decided to flee our own country, flee the continent of Africa to look for economic opportunities, to be able to empower ourselves, to be able to place ourselves in an advantageous position to also help with the development of Africa in our own small way. And as part of doing that, I always try to come here with very educative, very instructive, and very good news relating to international travel that could be of benefit to you out there watching me right now. You see, it is not a sin to decide to leave your motherland to a foreign land to seek for greener pastures. It's not a sin. It can never be a sin. Mind you, centuries gone by, it was the reverse that was happening. These Europeans, these Americans that we, the Africans, are now turning our back on our continent to sojourn on their land, they also came to our land. Centuries ago, the Americans, the Portuguese, the British people, the French, they were occupying the African land. They came as sojourners. They came as immigrants. They came as people that wanted to explore a different land, to tap into the opportunity on that land, to bring it into their own country. And by then, because we as Africans were ignorant, these people were able to take advantage of us. And we are in the new age, in the new dawn, that even at this 21st century, Africa is still refusing to develop, despite all the natural resources that is still bestowed to the African land. So the economic hardship and the situations in Africa has become like a burden for we, the young generation. That's the reason why we sometimes decide to leave, to find something to do, and to come back home to support a better development of our own country. So today I came to, talk to you about Israel. Most people in Ghana, most people in Africa has gotten to know Israel as a Christian pilgrimage destination. Most people in Africa, most people in Ghana has come to know Israel as a tourist destination or as a pilgrimage destination for Jewish people. Most people in Africa and in Ghana has come to know Israel as a pilgrimage destination for some Islamic sect. But people also don't consider the economic aspect of the nation Israel. People don't know how there are also opportunities with respect to employment, with respect to jobs and working avenues in Israel. So I did some research. I've been able to establish contact with some Ghanaians, some Kenyans, some Africans in Israel. And they've been able to give me a first-hand information with respect to their experience so far in Israel. That's the reason why I think I have a little knowledge and information that I think I can share with you. That with you being in Africa, with you being in Ghana right now, that you are thinking of, getting some money saved, getting your documents ready, so that when the right opportunity presents itself, you can also leave Ghana or you can also leave Africa. You can also consider Israel as a destination. So yes, Israel is good for economic opportunity. There's a lot of companies, there's a lot of factories, there's a lot of industries that are looking for people to work with in Israel. But unfortunately, one of the countries that is so making it like impossible to get their visa is Israel. Unlike Canada, it is so difficult to get a visa of Israel. Sometimes if you even put the application through, they're not even going to give you any response, because they technically don't want people to be coming to their country, except for pilgrimage purposes, except for religious visitation purposes. So I think among the traditional route that most people has been using to get to Israel has been maybe traveling from maybe western part of Africa to the southern part of Africa. And this experience that I'm sharing with you, I have spoken to almost about 3 Ghanaians, and they all share the same experience. Interestingly, most southern African countries passport holders have visa-free access to Israel. If I say southern African countries, I'm talking about the countries on the southern hemisphere of Africa. Countries like South Africa, countries like Namibia, and the rest of the countries that are in the southern hemisphere of the African continent. Their citizens, the passport that they are holding, it has a visa-free access to the nation of Israel. The visa-free simply means people from South Africa doesn't need to secure a visa before they can visit Israel. People from Namibia, example, doesn't need a visa before they can go to Israel for visit. All that they need is to have their South African passport intact. All that they need is to have their Namibian passport intact and a plane ticket, and also some pocket money to prove that they are financially viable for the period of time that they want to stay in Israel. So interestingly, if you are an African finding yourself in the western part of Africa, eastern part of Africa, and you can go to a place like South Africa for economic opportunity, you can go to a place like Namibia or other southern African nation for economic opportunity. Once you live in some of these African countries for long, I think in some countries like South Africa or Namibia, you can become eligible to also apply for citizenship. You can be, your status in the country can be changed, and you can be eligible to have their employment documents their residency documents to live there. And once you have the employment documents and residency documents to live there for some period of time, you can apply for their citizenship. Once you have the citizenship and you have their passport in your hand, you can leverage on their passport to travel to a place like Israel. And as I'm saying, this has become common with almost about 6 people that I've spoken to that are still finding themselves in Israel. These were the route that they used in getting to Israel. And now let me talk about you being able to leverage on this route to get to Israel. Once you are in Israel, as I said, they have made it so difficult for people to apply for visa to come to their country. And in the same way, if even you have the visa and you still want to come into their country, without you applying for asylum, there is no way you can legitimize your stay in Israel. There is no way you can adjust your status in Israel. There is no way they are going to consider you to be given employment document for you to live there and to work. So once you are fortunate enough to leverage on the visa-free arrangement by having some of the Southern African countries' passport in your hand and being forthright with the immigration, once you get to the point of entry and you've been cleared to enter the country, the only solution and way out is for you to apply for asylum. And once you put your asylum application through, they are going to accept it. And once your asylum application is accepted, they are going to give you a temporary status for you to stay in Israel. And once that temporary status has been given to you that you are working, they will just keep on adjusting it to enable you to maybe live there for maybe some period of time or maybe for some years. But there is no way they are going to legitimize your stay by making you a citizen or by making you like a legal permanent resident in their country. Among the ways that you as a father, you as a mother could have the chance to become a citizen of Israel is that maybe you've been in Israel for a very long time and you happens to be there maybe with your husband or wife. You gave birth and your son or daughter is 18 years and he or she can just go and do the national service for the Israeli military. And after that national service, that by itself could qualify you to also get a citizenship. Because once your son or your daughter becomes a citizen of Israel, because mind you, once they are through with their national service, they are citizens already. And that could also qualify you as a father or the mother to also become a citizen of Israel, to be able to live a normal and reasonable life as other Jewish people are also living. So, in synopsis, traveling to Israel is not easy. When you get to Israel, passing the immigration to enter the country is one of the greatest challenges you are going to confront. And once you are also within Israel, one of the greatest challenges you are going to confront is your process of filing the asylum application and you waiting for you to be accepted and for your status to be adjusted to enable you to work legally in Israel. And like I said, in the years that you're going to work, if you are not fortunate enough to give birth in Israel for your son or daughter to become 18 years to go through the military service to make you eligible for citizenship, you are still going to live in Israel with that temporary status that you are still holding. And once you leave Israel to your home country with this temporary status, there is no way you can return back to Israel. Listen to it very carefully. Once maybe you've been living in Israel for maybe say 6 years, 8 years, 10 years, and you are fed up, you're tired, and you want to go back to your home country with a temporary status that the Israeli government gave to you that enable you to work, there is no way you can return back to Israel with that temporary status unless you become a citizen and you may decide to visit your home country and to come back legitimately. So like after this little research and like talking to some Ghanaians and East African people that are finding themselves in Israel, I thought it wise to share this very good information with the general public because I made a short videos about it and people were like inquiring to know, can I throw more light on that topic? So that's the reason why I took this time out to come to you and to explain it to you. So to you watching me in Africa and you are considering some countries to travel to with respect to 2023, I know you are still in the preparation mode. If you think per the explanation, per the education, per the information I've provided you, per this little knowledge and experience that I'm sharing with you based on the understanding that I had from that people is good for you, qualifies you, it could make you eligible to try your luck with Israel, then I can better advise you to do so. But like I said, this process is very cumbersome, it's very complex, it is stressful, it is intimidating, and sometimes it is not all people that start this journey finds the grace to end it successfully. Like I said, even many people who still have the Southern African countries passport to hold, but yet they can still get to Israel and they are going to ask them to return back because their immigration clearance is one of the toughest on the planet Earth. So I mean, be getting to jot all these pointers down to enable you to make wise decisions so that you don't make any mistake. Thank you and God bless you for staying tuned to this broadcast. This once again is Sikam Perov, and please don't forget to subscribe to this platform, like the video, share the video, and recommend this channel to your friends and family. Thank you and may God bless.